Married, not a maid. Why is it that you're married and you're doing everything alone? Ladies, let me know. And guys, a few of you are doing this, not much, okay? 99% of the females are doing this. This is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Let's get right into it. Listen to me, ladies, listen to me. This segment, I should say, is going to be, or this entire week series is going to be about being married. It's a lovely thing to be married. It is awesome to be married. It feels so good when you can find a mate, you can find a partner, you can find, your soul mate to say, this is my person, this is my partner, this is the person I want to live my life with. This is the person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. Do you guys remember why you get married? Do you even know what it was for these, years? And, I'm talking mainly, to people that has been married for, say, over 2 years. Because once you've been married for a years, now all of their skeleton, everything comes out. Every bad thing that they have, their bad habits, every single thing come out. And now you're actually seeing who they are. Who they really are as a person. Because I tell you, man, some of us can put on this acting and some people can put it on for a long period. And some of them can really put it on until they get married and go down the aisle and do all of that. And then after, it's as if it's night and day. It's as if, okay, I have arrived. I got the ring. That's it. Or it is, I got the girl. Okay, I definitely wanted to tell Johnny that, oh my God, she's the one I'm going to get married to. And whatever reason you guys did it for, you did it because you want to do it. You both went down the aisle. You both said, yes, I love you. You both said, oh my God, this is my person for the rest of my life. What happened after? After all of that is said and done, what happened after you get married? Things just get totally stale and everybody truth comes out in the sense that, for the males, they are nice and chirpy. And as soon as that, they're like, oh my God, but you're the girl, but you're the this. And they start now putting demands more seriously after, I guess they think they have you. They think that you're property. They think that, oh my God, okay, that's her job. This is what she's supposed to do. It's her responsibility. So this is one of the things that I think men think about. And then for the females, girls, I gotta give it to you, because let me tell you, some of you females out here, you sit and you act like, oh my God, this is such a nice person. You do everything. You make sure everything is comfortable for that guy. And, just to convince him to get married to you. And when he get married to you, then you're like, oh, all right, I don't want to do this. Remember what you signed up for the beginning. And this is both men and women. They both do it. They both have this, acting that they put on before that stage of getting married and be comfortable afterwards. It's like, I don't know, you just change. And when the other party changed, then it's the other person's looking at this person like, what did I get myself into? What just happened? This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. The men might say, oh my God, I didn't know that she didn't want to clean. And the ladies might, well, but I didn't know that he didn't want to do this, or he didn't want to do this, or it's out every night. And, all these things happen. And you guys have to remember that the main reason for you to get married, because you both decide. You both decide. So now you go down the road and now, 90%, I'll say 99%, the females normally take on that role of, cooking, cleaning, ironing, doing all of the house chores. I mean, this is 2025. We females are getting really independent, and we don't really want to stay at home again. We don't want to be stay at home moms. We want to go there. We want to grab it. We want to make our home dough. We want to bring in the bag, and, we want to do that. So, but even said and done, we're doing that. We don't expect for the guys to drop the ball. We definitely don't expect you to drop the ball. So guys, not that we want to go there and get it. we want to go out there and get it and build an empire, not for us to get it and you sit down and do nothing. Okay? So don't even get me routed up on this point, because right now I'm just thinking like, females need to wake up. Let me get to my point one, okay? So point one is going to be, marriage should feel like a partnership, not like a job. So whether you're a man, whether you're a female, and you feel that, if you think that you're feeling like, oh my God, what did I just do? And you feel like this is like a full-time job where you're constantly stressed, you're constantly, doing everything around the house. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're ironing. If something needs to be done with the banking, you are taking care of that. If something needs to do with paperwork, you're doing care of that. You're taking care of the kids. And this can be a really, really overwhelming for a female, and trying to have her inner peace, and, try to find something to do what she wants to do, to make she feel happy. So, men, you gotta, if you're married and you really want to really make this join, you got to start putting in some effort. You got to start putting in some time. You got to start helping out. So at least you can feel like this is a partnership and not just, a home alone, that she's playing. Number two, if you disappear for a day. So females, if you disappear for a day, right? Would anything get done? And you and I know that definitely not. Okay? It won't get done. You may have one guy that might say, oh, Mary's not home today, so let me go ahead and cook, or let me go ahead and see if I can clean up the bathroom. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. So need to start deciding if this is the relationship that you signed up for, if this is the relationship that you are willing to stay into for life. It's cutting it dry. That's it. You're either going to have to decide, because he's not going to ever do it. And if he's not doing it now, maybe you can have a conversation with him to tell him that you would need some kind of help around the house. Point out things, for male. They think different from us. So you got to let them know exactly what is it that you want, or give them exactly what exactly you need them to do in the household. Okay? Don't just say help out, because that's not going to help them. Okay? Men want to be direct. They want for you to tell them exactly what is it that you want. So spell it out for them, females. Number three, stop doing wife, mother, and manager roles solely. So if you're doing all this, it's like you're managing the place. You're doing every single thing on the house. You have to put down your foot and say, hey, this is it. I'm done. That's it. You gonna, if this is gonna be a relationship that we're gonna stay in, then things has to change. And you have to put down your foot and say, this is it. I am done. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. And you have to make it clear, state your point, and let him understand that this is going to be a deal breaker. So he has to make some kind of change. Something has to change for you want to stay into this relationship and, be with him for the rest of his life, or your life, or both life, and remember, for those who have kids, it's a really touchy subject. You don't want to sit and leave your boo and leave your husband, and, you have kids involved, and, when they're young, it can really put an impact on their life. Growing up, psychologically, it's just not gonna be something good for that child. You have to make sure, if this is the absolute necessary decision that you have to make, that you're gonna have to put things in place so that they can talk to, a counselor, talk with somebody, get their, feelings out, let them understand that, mom and dad had part, but however, dad love you dearly, unconditional love is there for you, and mom is not there, or whether you're living with mom or not, and she still loves you dearly. They still love you both very, very, I would say unconditional love, but they can't live together. So you have to know how to break that to a child, you have to know exactly what to say, how to put it to them, and just to ensure that they are going to still feel love from the both household that they're going back and forth in. So there you have it. Now, I'm going to do a quick recap. Again, married, you are married, you're not a maid, okay? It's number one, marriage should feel like a partnership, not a job, okay? Number two, it's if you disappear for a day, would your husband get anything done? I don't think so. Number three, now stop doing wife, mother, or manager for this house role that you have solo. You got to make sure that you're having some kind of help. Ladies, you are going to burn out. It's not if, it's when you are going to burn out, and you're going to come to a halt where, you know, either you're going to get sick, something is going to happen, you are going to just break away and leave the relationship. But you are going to come to a breaking point, especially when you have kids and you're doing every single thing by yourself. Ladies, please wake up. You know, if you know anybody, again, that this content would help, please share it, like it. If you like my content, subscribe, and then hit that notification button. Guys, please follow me on social media and follow me on my website. I want all your support. And please put anything that you want to put in there, okay? DM me, let me know if you have a topic for me to talk about, if there's something that you don't agree on, if you agree, you have been through it, you have done it, you have questions about it, please put it in there and let me know. My name is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Peace, I'm out.